You're back with another one. Top 10 Badass Power Awakening Moments in Anime by AniTube. Alright, it's a new one. Go ahead, like, sub, do that. Do that on this video, they video. Alright, let's get into it.
Every medium has something unique to it, and with anime, that's fight scenes and the power awakenings that come before them. Today I plan to bring 10 anime power awakening scenes that blew our mind. Escalating the power levels of the characters with way cooler animation means way more hype, and these 10 scenes have given us enough hype to awaken our own otaku power. As usual, I plan on bringing more videos in the future, so don't forget to stay tuned by hitting the subscribe button along with the bell notification icon. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Ichigo Vasto, Lord Form.
Okay.
What's better than awakening the demon Lord?
I'm gonna say this right now. This arc was too long, bro. This arc was too long. Like, once the captain showed up, I was like, all right, this is almost over. Ichigo was still fighting. I was like, oh my gosh, like, please, just. That's the problem with binge watching anime. You got, like, I gotta know my limits. I didn't know my limits back then. I know my limits now. When I stopped paying attention, I was like, oh, it's so long. But the Getsuga Tensho, when he first awakened that was so freaking cool. I'm gonna just say that right now. It was so freaking cool.
Inside you? Or is it Hollow Lord? For a certain time, Bleach felt like it was repeating the same old formula over and over again. Some cast member gets kidnapped, and everyone runs off to save him or her. But the scene that changed my mind was Ichigo's battle with Ulquiorra. Over time, the anime had shown the hidden power within Ichigo, but the time it reached its fullest extent was when he met his defeat at the hands of Ulquiorra. With the feeling of powerlessness and Orihime's vulnerability overwhelming him,
also didn't help
Ichigo
that the design.
rose up
I
from
just
the
didn't
dead
really
in his new
mess with the
Vasto
design
Lord
like that.
form, not only surprising the audience, but the prideful Ulquiorra as well.
I wish there was more Ichigo.
This was the most powerful and most impactful transformation Ichigo has undergone at this time. So, there's no wonder it's stuck in the mind of the fans for a long time.
The design does make sense because he's
Number
full
9,
hollow
Emiya
at this
Awakening,
point. But like,
Unlimited
I don't know.
Blade Works.
And then we gonna go right to Fate, like, bro.
He might be the naive and dumb teenager in the original Fate series, but the Unlimited Blade Works route, along with Ufotable's animation, managed to give his character an overpowered spin by showing the potential of his unlimited blade works. The clash between Shiryu and Archer wasn't limited to just the physical fight. It was also a clash of ideals of what Emiya believed and what Archer tried too hard to deny. At the climax of their battle, Archer summons Emiya to his own reality marble, but Emiya turns the tables as he awakens his own power within the creations of Archer. With his mind clear and Kiritsugu's words echoing inside his mind, Emiya creates weapons all around him and meets Archer face to face in a clash of swords and magic. Number 8.
Is Emiya one of the
Eren
servants, or
using
is he
full
one of
power
the
of the attack
mages, or
Titan.
whatever they're called?
Manga
Definitely
readers
don't know
may
what he
know who
just
was
said.
behind this all along. But let the suspense hang in the air, because I want to keep this video manga spoiler free. In their final battle, the female Titan manages to overpower Eren for a second time and bring him to his knees. But that isn't enough to stop our favorite revenge maniac. Echoing the words of his hatred, Eren rises back, but this time awakening the full power of his Titan and going berserk as he easily overpowers the female Titan.
Bro, Revenge Maniac is the perfect way to describe Eren. Literally, all he talks about is revenge. I'll kill them all! They're all gonna die! Like, revenge, bro, is all he lives for. It don't help that he's voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, I think his name is, in English. This is where I watched it. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of did hurt the show. That being the main character, because all I'm thinking is Meliodas. I'm thinking of what's that little squealy dude from Full Metal? That, like, I just keep thinking of. I hate when they reuse voice actors,
I know. Speak of bad karma.
especially him. Like,
Of course,
He
I
need to be a
wouldn't
side
do
character. I can't
justice
take
if
him
I
as a
won't
main
give credit
character.
to Sawano's incredible music in the background and the effort of all the animators. Number
voice is
7,
painful.
Luffy Awakening, Conqueror Haki.
at times.
Our rubber boy with slippers and a straw hat isn't always fun and cheerful.
And everyone was like,
Especially not when
"Oh
his
shit, he
brother's
got
life
that!
is on the
I
line.
bet. Protect Straw Hat.
Even if this meant running
Whitebeard
straight
knew
into
it was up."
Marineford with 1,000 Navy soldiers all waiting to cut him down, Luffy wasn't about to give up. But even with his best efforts, the execution still continues, and with a single burst
Even
of
some of
powerful
his pirates
emotion,
dropping.
Luffy awakens the Conqueror Haki and makes his soldiers unconscious. Besides being an emotionally tough moment and a hype moment for all Luffy fans, this was also another big signal that Luffy was indeed the boy to become the Pirate King one day. Number 6, Mob unleashing psychic powers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I know there were plenty of instances Mob was at the peak of emotional breakdown and unleashed his powers, but the first time always leaves an impact, right?
I forgot
Even
about
when
Dimple.
Teru Hanazawa forced Mob to fight, he held back his attacks and let the one with the superior complex do the punching. But after being knocked down unconscious, he woke up awakening his psychic powers to its most powerful level. This state was shown with 3 question marks, which meant it went beyond his 100% psychic powers. It was soon proved true when he kicked the naked boy into the sky. No, that wasn't humiliation. That was a concluding move of a slugfest massacre. Number
wasn't even
5,
close
Asta
at that
awakening
point.
his demon form.
I didn't get this far.
Asta
I
has
didn't
his
see
own
this.
Naruto-like transformation to show off. In his fight with the Witch Queen,
Oh, Witch Queen.
Asta
Okay, this
unlocked
one.
a
Okay,
form that
okay.
no one knew about. This Black Bull rookie awakened a hidden
see
demon
this.
inside him, letting out a raging scream mixed in with a black and red animation. Anyone who thought that Asta had reached the maximum level of his power was proved wrong once again, as this regular shonen protagonist proved that he'll keep leveling up as long as the show has episodes. The Witch Queen was giving a hard time to the Black Bulls, so if Asta hadn't awakened his power, things would surely not have ended well for them. Asta's black form also cleared his mind of all self-doubt, and soon he was showing Ladros how bad it was to have him on the bad side.
All right, bear with me for a second. I have a theory that intentionally they made Asta the most shonen character ever. He's all the shonen tropes. He's loud as hell. He's like stubborn, gets stronger for his friends. What else do you need? He's the most shonen character I've ever seen. I don't know, like it's either between him or Natsu. And Asta, like Natsu up there, but Asta's like, Asta like right here. Cause Natsu all about his friendship. And so is Natsu. I'll say Natsu twice. Either way, you know what I'm talking about. They both about their friendship. And they both get strong as
Number
hell.
4, Obito Awakening, Mangekyo.
For no reason. Just for their friends. Some of these characters have
In a
depth.
list
They
of
have
anime awakenings,
like barely
you've got
any
at
depth.
least one
They
that is
love their
triggered
friends.
because of a betrayal, or what seems to be a betrayal in the character's eyes.
And they're driven by one single
When Zetsu
goal.
warned Obito about his friends in danger, he was quick to rush into the scene. But what he saw managed to shatter both his character and perspective. He witnessed Kakashi pierce Rin
Put
through
them
the heart
little
with his
bubbles on
lightning
her
blade.
eyes? That's
This
some
triggered
detail
both
right there. I didn't
rage
even
and
notice. I
power
wouldn't have
within
done
him.
that.
And with the power of the Mangekyo, he was almost a second berserker, taking down the ninjas and killing them brutally one after the other. Kakashi awakened his Mangekyo at the same time, but he could have never felt the same pain and suffering Obito felt at the moment. They say loss of love gives birth to the greatest rage. If you know what
Yeah.
Obito turns into, you've got proof of it.
Yeah.
Number 3, Kaneki becomes a ghoul. What does
Kaneki.
1 week of torture turn you into? A monster? an apathetic
Did they just
beast,
confuse,
the
like,
killer with
mix his
bloodlust.
names? Ken Kaneki? Or
Turns
like,
out, Kaneki became
am I
all of
tripping?
them. After being kidnapped by Jason, he was tortured for 1 week. His fingernails were torn, toes were removed, and he was given an immense psychological torture by killing the ones he cared about, right in front of him. This didn't make him mad like Obito, but instead turned him into an emotionless ghoul with a taste for revenge. The Kaneki we see 1 week later is now completely different from the boy we saw in the beginning. And soon after, Kaneki takes the upper hand in a fight against Jason purely by the element of surprise.
It turns him to a monster for that episode, and then start of season 2, completely different motherfucker. Like, I don't even know where that person went. It was completely different.
What's more brutal is how he
So
proceeds
heated.
to eat Jason alive, showing that he had lost his last shreds of humanity.
Like, I wanted to see this Kaneki, bro. I wasn't waiting the
Number
whole season
2,
for this, and then
Akira
season 2 is like,
Awakening
nah.
Power.
世に作り出してしまったのではないか。
You take a kid to a nightclub, and the last thing you expect to happen is for the kid to turn into a devil. The new Devilman Crybaby had an ambitious premise with its animation and story, but the scene that kicked it to the next level was Akira's power awakening at the end of the episode. He was consumed by the demon Amon, but Akira's humanity quickly took over control of the demon as he turned to a half-human, half-demon. The next sequences were a little gory, okay? Maybe very gory.
I was about to say a little.
Akira continued to massacre every demon inside the nightclub, and with a conclusive roar, he announced the return of the famous Devilman. Number 1. Shinji awakening his power.
All right, so I was gonna watch Devilman like all the way through, and then I was talking about it with a dude at work one day, and he was telling me about everything that happened. I was like, bro, I'm trying to watch the show too, and he was just telling me everything, and I can't even watch the show now. Like, it was the worst. I was like, bruh.
What better power awakening to finish off this list than a weak, antisocial boy becoming a god and
He was bigger too. I was not
destroying
going.
the world?
You know, I was mad, but I wasn't
At
going to
the
say
end of
nothing
the
'cause, you know,
second
he was gonna beat my
Evangelion
ass.
movie,
It was a big
Shinji had
dude.
run away again, which is no surprise.
Face tattoos and everything. I
then
was like, how you even
regretted
get this
not
job,
being
bro?
able to save Rei. He was forced to kill Asuka because of his father's actions, and seeing his second friend, or soon-to-be girlfriend, die was more than he could bear. One thing that makes his power awakening scene unique is that none of us ever saw this one coming. When it comes to Ichigo, Luffy, Mob, or even Asta, we all know that we can expect them to rise up in their power hierarchy, but a boy who had issues with depression all the time, bonding with an angel, and causing the second impact didn't exist even in our nightmares. So there goes 10 of the best power awakening scenes in anime.
That was a good video. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. My laptop is moving so slow. That's scary. I'm gonna get out of here before my laptop explodes. I hope y'all like this. Like, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.